Victory. Even though they came back victorious from the war, coming back home was a different story. The trauma was too hard to handle, and the government was no help. The only friend they could turn to was the liquor in their back pockets. There's no cure for the men who served because no one could understand the hardships of the war, other than the veterans, of course. Not many men survived the war, but here are a few to tell their stories.
This reoccurring nightmare was also my reality. The commanding officer told the troops beside me to infiltrate the enemy's front lines. My friend was in that troop. He was only 18, young and fresh-faced, just wanting to see the world. He responded to the order even though it was a death sentence. Watching him go over the top and enter no man's land was mind-numbing and heart-wrenching. The commanding officer later told us that we were next. Preparing for our trek, when we heard the words, "Gas! Gas!" The troops before us come running in, and we were told to shoot. We shot aimlessly towards the shadows, thinking it was the enemy. We hear a familiar voice, and stop as the gas clears. Laying there were 4 bodies, all 4 of them from the troop that was assigned to go over the top. There lies my friend, a bullet in his gut. I shot him. From that day on, I could never forgive myself for the sins I have committed. All the sights I've seen and all the actions I've done were indelible.
After the war, it took a couple of years for them to finally ship me back home. I was delighted to finally go home and go back to my normal life. The government promised every soldier a job after the war. I also expected to be paid more in my job because of how much suffering and sacrifice I gave towards this government. Finally, coming back home from serving my country, I come back to a broken promise. I thought that I was going to be given a stable job to support my family. The government lied. I was dumbfounded. It lied to keep us going during the war. The government did not provide pension or health care to those who were injured or even served. We couldn't adapt. The government didn't provide us necessities we need to strive in our normal lives. It was hard enough trying to adapt to the environment we were used to, but without a job or health care, it felt like we had to fend for ourselves again.
When I got back home, nobody understood me. I came home to a family who always asked about what I did, the tactics that were given to me, why I took so long. 2 weeks in that hellhole was enough for me. I couldn't take it anymore. I walked out on them. I drank my sorrows away from dusk to dawn. I finally thought the booze had taken away all the pain, so I decided to come back home to my family. When I got there, everything seemed fine until my wife started asking me questions I didn't understand. I was asked, "Why did you do it? Why did you leave us?" I didn't understand what she meant. I was frustrated because she wouldn't elaborate. She just kept asking why, until that's all I could hear. The voices echoed through my head. I just wanted it to stop. I wanted it to go away. So I downed the rest of my whiskey. I took the nearest object I could find, and I swung. I swung until I couldn't hear the voices anymore. I woke up the next day covered in booze and blood. Nobody was home other than me. I waited and I waited. They didn't come home that day, nor did they ever. I don't know what happened to them, and all I wanted to say is I'm sorry I left in the first place.
Never once had I thought about death until I joined the army. What would it be like to die? I sometimes believe that would be easier than fighting and continuing, but I thought about my wife, my children, my family. But now, what do I have? They abandoned me and I'm alone. I just wanted to serve my country, who's been good to me, but I received nothing in return. Even my country has abandoned me. I used to fear death, but now, with nothing to lose, I accept it. I need a way to end my sufferings, and that seems to be the only option. It's a cruel reality, doing my best to survive the war, only to lose to myself. I can't live this way anymore. It's meaningless. Drinking all day to forget the unspeakable things I've done, with no one to lean on. I just want it to stop. The memories are too painful. How am I supposed to live with myself knowing I've murdered and injured others? I can't do this anymore. Each day is getting more and more painful. This is pointless. I need to end it. I'm sorry.